Good morning. Wow, it wasn't easy this morning getting up and going to that gym. And I just realized it's just never easy. It takes a lot of discipline for you to get up and to do the things that you know that are good for you, the things that you desire to do. You just have to get up and go. So this morning I made up my mind, even if it is 40 minutes, 30 minutes, I am going for that aerobics class. And of course I made it. Yay! Wow, so what's my thought for this morning? My thought for this morning is on kindness. And I realized, when I was reading this Bible story this morning, I realized that when you are kind to people, you don't actually realize that it's a seed that you're sowing. Most people don't realize that there's a principle of sowing and reaping. Every time that you show kindness to an individual or to a person, it's like a seed that you have sown. And let me tell you, definitely there's going to be a harvest time. And this week, I would just want to encourage you, be deliberate about your acts of kindness. Whether it's to strangers, whether it's to people that you know, God will grant you the grace to be able to be kind to someone. God will give you that grace for you to show kindness. And I realized that sometimes the harvest comes back to you, or sometimes the harvest, it comes back to your generation. I read this morning the story about Ruth and Naomi, and how Ruth followed Naomi, and in the end, it seems as if she was just going on a journey with her mother-in-law. And guess what? That journey that she took, God rewarded her for her act of kindness, for following her mother. She remarried again and, of course, gave birth to a child. And that child, of course, became the great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of King David. So King David is in her lineage. And, when I think of other scriptures as well, I remember when King David was in trouble, his son Absalom, chased him out. There was Bezalel. There were people who, ministered to him. And the funny thing, when David was returning back, one of them, he said, look, come back with him. He said, no, I'm not coming back with you. I'm old. Take one of my sons. And you see generations enjoying, even when King Solomon became king, David said to him, he said, this particular son, make sure he's always at your table. Look at that. Generations enjoying from the seed that their father had sown. Now, this reminds me of a story. I remember years ago, I was young then. I was probably in primary school. Primary school. We had a driver there, Mr. Ramoni. Lovely guy, very absolutely wonderful, always so kind. He would take us to school. He was always there. As children, you want to do those little things. Saramoni is the one that would just, he's got your back, that kind of thing. Do you know that years after, fast forward, the man has died, and I just got a call one day. Who are you? Mr. Ramoni's son, and all that. Oh, how are you? How's everything? I don't even know whether it was a call. He just reached out. And eventually, of course, I found out about his dad. We spoke and all of that. So I knew that was his son. And guess what? His father had passed and he needed to go to school. Do you know, it was such a joy to be able to just pay for his school fees. It was such a joy. Why? Because his father had sown that good seed in our lives when we were children. And honestly, it was such a pleasure. He didn't do anything for me, but his father did. And so this week, I just want you to be deliberate about acts of kindness, being kind to an individual, to someone. Be deliberate every day. Choose an act of kindness every single day and record it. And let me tell you, you have sown a seed. It will return back to you as a bountiful harvest. It's not even going to come from the same people. Sometimes you expect that you've sown to someone, it will come through that same person. No, God is the one that determines where your harvest will come from. And the Bible says he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above what you can think or ask. That means God will go and look for that harvest from another angle, from another person. And let me tell you, God does not owe. He pays, and he pays big. So please, this week, be deliberate about acts of kindness. Go out of your way to be kind to someone. Do something special for someone. And as you're sowing that seed, that harvest is for you. It's for your generations to come. One day, your children, your great-grandchildren, they will call. They will have a need. They will say, God, help me. Then God will open the file and say, what did their mother do? What did their grandmother do? What did their grandfather do? He said, because of that, go and answer that prayer. And honestly, it is such a joy. So be deliberate this week. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy the week. Work hard. Play well. Rest well. Love well. Be kind. And of course, love God and worship God. Have a fantastic week. Love you loads.